Okay, Parshas Tzav. This week's parsha starts off, talks about Tzav as Aram Vespanav Lemar. Ros Torah Sa'ola, Hiya Ola, Mokta, Mizbeach, Kol Alayla, Ve'esha Mizbeach, Tukadbo. V'lovash HaKohen Mido Bad, Michnas Sevad, Yilbash HaBesaro, Ve'erimis HaDeshen. So the Torah opens up talking about Trumas Hadeshen. Okay? Trumas Hadeshen is that you have to take off some of the ashes from the Mizbeach every day. You don't clear off the Mizbeach completely. It's obviously symbolic, because the Gemara says that when there's another parsha that says that you take off that if it gets too filled with ashes, you clear off the Mizbeach. But over here, Trumas Hadeshen was just a little bit, a shovelful of ashes that you took off every day. What are these ashes from? These ashes are from the karbanos that you had brought the whole day yesterday. And they're burning all night. Which karbanos? All the karbanos. Chatas, Asha, Mincha, Shlamim, everything. So why does the Torah put it into Zos Torah Sa'ola? If you're talking about the mitzvah Trumas Hadeshen, which is the ashes from any of the karbanos, why do you talk about the Zos Torah Sa'ola? This is the din of the carbanola. Why the carbanola? It's all the karbanos. Plus, which ola does the Torah talk about? Hiya ola al mokta al mizbeach kol alayla. Talking about the ola of the Tamid Shebein Arbayim. Not the morning ola. You have two Tamidim. You have the Tamid of Shachar and the Tamid Shebein Arbayim. This parsha seems to be talking about the Tamid Shebein Arbayim, right? That the Tamid Shebein Arbayim that you brought on the Mizbeach in the evening, right? And it burns all night. Why dafka the Tamid Shebein Arbayim? Why not talk about the Tamid Shachar as well? Or all the Karbanos Ola that were there. And the pasuk says, "V'lovash HaKohen Mido Bad." We learn from there. Rashi says that the Trumas Hadeshen is an avoda, and you have to wear bigdei kahuna. Every avoda that the Kohen does in the Beis Hamikdash, he has to wear bigdei kahuna. So the pasuk is saying he's got to wear the bigdei kahuna. But we learn from here that mido kimidoso. That it's got to be the beged that fits him. We learn from here that a Kohen cannot wear ill-fitting bigdei kahuna. The bigdei kahuna that he wears have to be fit for his size. Why dafka over here is the Torah teaching me this lesson? Then it says, you take the ashes, v'samo eitzel hamizbeach. Says one of the great achronim, I forgot his name, I saw him this morning. I'm terrible with names, and I forgot his name. This achron, a very famous parish on the Torah. It's very much medayik and diktuk, more than other svarim. A German, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, the name will come to you. You'll tell me. Okay? He says it's a very interesting diuk. He says you have two words that are synonymous. He says, what's the difference between the two? It says v'samo. At certain places it says v'nasno. What's the difference between nesina and sima? So he says, sima is always used when it means you have to do it in an orderly fashion. Nesina means put it there, whichever way it comes. Right? Very interesting difference. Then nesina just means put it. Sima means organized. Place it properly in its place. Okay? Why dafka over here is the Torah makbid on v'samo, Trumas Hadeshen, taking off the ashes? You've got to put it in an organized fashion al yad mizbeach. And the pasuk over here says, Eish HaMizbeach tukad bo. The Eish HaMizbeach tukad bo. The Eish HaMizbeach should be burning, right here. Says the Pri Tzaddik, there's a medrash. It says, there's a remez that Eish HaMizbeach tukad bo is talking about Limud Torah. Mm. The fire of Limud Torah. Eish HaMizbeach tukad bo. So I was thinking that perhaps this whole parsha is a remez to the life of a Jew. Mm. And the Medrash is telling us that the Ola, which is Kulo Kalil, Chazal tell us, the Midrashim talk about the fact, the Ola is Mechaper. What is the Ola Mechaper on? The kapara of the carbon Ola is Machshavas, thoughts, right? The Ola is Mechaper Machshava, and that is because it's completely burnt. There's no part that you're actually using. It's all burnt to Hashem, meaning the part of the person that is completely abstract. Machshava, that's the thought process. The carbon Ola is mechaper for improper seder in the head, improper thoughts. Comes the carbon Ola, right? And that's mechaper on it because it's kulal Hashem. That you dedicate your thoughts to Hashem, right? That's mechaper on improper thoughts. And the parsha over here says this is especially relevant to the Tamid Shabein Harbayim. Because during the day, person's active, person's involved. You're involved in your activities. Comes the evening, is the time activities are put aside. Chazal say, person comes from the Sadeh, brings a special, very interesting expression. The Gemara in Barachos brings this. A curse on a person who will come and go home. No, from the field, from your day of work, where you go? You go to the Beis Medrash. Because you go home, you're going to fall asleep. No, you go to the Beis Medrash and you learn. And then you daven Mariv, and then you go home. That way, at the end of your day, you dedicate yourself to the Ola, to the Machshava, to the Eish of Torah. That's the way the end of a person's day is supposed to be. Baruch Hashem, we see that in the world today. We've been zochet to come to a door where you go to Batei Medrash in the evening and they're filled with people sitting and learning. Beautiful thing. And that's what Chazal tell us. That's what's supposed to be. You did your day's work. Now go, dedicate yourself to that your Rosh is involved in learning Torah. Torah says that the Lavash HaKohen in the morning you get up and you put on your big day kahuna. It says, you know what you're supposed to do? In the morning you get up, after you've spent your night, you learned your Torah, and now you're getting ready to start a new day. So now, put on your mechubedika clothes, and now you go and you daven. That's what a Jew does. Comes the beginning of the day, the first thing you do is, you got to put on your jacket, you got to put on mechubedika clothes, you go to shul, and you go to daven. Midobad, things that are fitting of what you are. And what you have to do when you daven in the Shachris in the morning is you have to be misader. You have to take the Torah that you learned last night and put it into your Avodas Hashem in the morning and say, now, how am I going to organize my day? This Samoa to Mizbech, there's certain things that have to be put on the side, certain things that are to be taken with me. The Samo, There's a sima, there's an organization of things. Because now that I've done things properly, I can take the work of yesterday through the Torah that I learned in the evening and the way I'm setting myself up before the Rabbanu Shalom in the morning. Now I can know how am I supposed to organize myself during the day. What should be put on the side, taken out, doesn't belong, things that should be used to make my day be a proper day. That Torah is all telling us a remez of the way we're supposed to organize ourselves towards the coming day. And through that, a person can be ready now for undertaking the new day's work, because I've had the means of putting myself into the proper condition and proper circumstances that now I'm ready to start my new day.